The overriding question being asked tonight is just how did they miss it? After repeated warnings and multiple referrals, the authorities in Bradford failed to recognise 8 months of abuse leading to this child's murder. 5 times, worried family and friends called social services, but on each occasion their complaints weren't thoroughly followed up or ignored entirely.
This comes down to the leadership at Bradford Council not taking the whole of this issue seriously enough, and that's why I do feel that the Chief Executive and the leader should resign.
Guys and girls need to remember the fact that Frankie is with me.
The warning signs were there. In this video, Savannah Brockhill describes herself as a #1 psycho, an insight into the mind of someone who would murder a baby. This was just one of many alarms raised with the authorities. Bradford Council have apologised and said they want to fully understand why opportunities to protect Star were missed. But it will ultimately be the findings of yet another review, which could highlight the continuous failings and see Bradford lose control of its children's services. It's an area of the council which has seen 3 different bosses in 3 years. An Ofsted report in 2018 marked it inadequate.
How could every one of those professionals and services and parts of the system that should be on a high alert to look for children who are being harmed not notice this? We find out that when she died, that she had no chance of living. Her injuries were so awful, there was no chance of living.
Following the murder of 6-year-old Arthur Labinjo Hughes by his stepmother, a national review is investigating what lessons can be learned. It will too take into account the abuse Star Hobson faced. West Yorkshire Police say the ultimate responsibility lies with the parent and her partner.
If Star Hobson hadn't been treated as she'd been treated by Frankie Smith, her own mother, and Savannah Brockhill, then she would still be alive.
The decision to remove a child from a parent is, of course, a hugely difficult one, and one social services across the country have to face every day. But what seems apparent here is a lack of investigative instinct, and that could potentially have been a fatal mistake. Inzamam Rashid, Sky News, Bradford.